Okay, welcome back to another video, guys. So by the title you might have understood by now that what is this video about. Everyone buys ND filters. I mean, not everyone, but whoever buys an ND filters, right, especially for motovlogging, they will also get filter known as the CPL, which is a polarizing filter. Polarizer filters are vastly used in photography, like people who use for in the mirrorless or mirrored in the DSLRs. In all these cameras, the CPL is vastly used. But when it comes to action cameras or in the motovlogging sector, I don't think anybody cares about it. I've seen people keeping the CPL filter, like they just disregard it. They won't even consider it. They don't even consider the CPL filter as a filter. They just keep it at, I don't think they will even ever use it in their life. I wanted to show you guys as well, because I have used the ND8 and the ND16, whatever, both the filters till now, which was given to me in the Telesin lens filter pack. So I used the ND8 and the ND16, and the ND is like, if I explain, they're just used to reduce the overexposed skies or the highlights or all these things whenever you're shooting in a harsh sunlight. And depending on the harshness of the sunlight and depending on the light, it will vary from ND8 to ND32. I've never used ND32. I've used an ND8 and ND16 in the pack which was given to me in the Telesin ND filter set. But CPL, I don't even see many people talking about it. But believe me, it is one of the most important, or it is as important as the ND filters, at least according to me. When you use the CPL, right, so there is always this misconception that it must be used in daylight to see the effect. It can't be used at the night, and even if you use it at the night, you will not see any effects of it. I'm going to explain it to you what CPL does and how it is useful even if you are using at night. So what CPL does is, first thing, it reduces the reflections, that is whatever the reflections are there through glass or through water. So all these reflections will be eliminated if you use a CPL. It also reduces the light a little bit, approximately 1 to 2 stops, which is not that major. If you just increase your ISO, that is more than enough. But this is for the daylight. But at night time, people don't recommend it because at night, even after using the CPL, if you increase the ISO, right, a lot of chances are there that a lot of noise is captured into the footage. So that is a disadvantage if you are using at night. Now I'm my max ISO is set to 1600. So I shoot 1600 ISO even in my regular videos as well. So I have not increased the ISO number also. So I just want to see how it works. According to me, it does not create anything more than the disadvantages. I think there are advantages to it, even if you are using at night. If you are riding at these big lights, or many of the times the number plates or something are hidden because of the brake light, or many a times these number plates are hidden because of poor camera quality or overexposure, and cameras cannot capture the highlights and the shadows effectively like it does in the daytime. So it helps in that. It helps to capture more details, and it helps clearing that harsh lights. So whenever those headlights are there, action cameras often tend to overexpose the footage at that scene. So what it does is it eliminates that, and it also makes the footage much cleaner. The highlights are much managed very well, and it does not make anything like that glare or something. So when the high beams are hitting to your eyes, right, you cannot see. And even in the normal footage, the overall scene will be very lit, but this one cuts off a little bit of that and makes the scene more balanced. And this is the first thing. Second thing, of course, what I explained, the reflections and everything through the glass or through the water. When if you are riding at night, you might have seen all the road will be like glazed. It will be reflecting a lot, so even those reflections will be eliminated. The third thing is it often creates a much deeper and much saturated. If it is easier for you to create that saturated and deep colors. You can execute that kind of footage if you are a color grading your footage at night also, like me. So if you're someone like me who color grades their footage, whatever they shoot, so for you the CPL at night is gonna be amazing, man. Believe me, I never imagined that a CPL will be this much useful to my kind of style, and not many people boast about it, or not many people use it as well. Even if you see in the motovlogging sector or in the motovlogging section, whoever does it, so people who have these ND filter set, they use the NDs, they have this selected, or they have this perfect ND for them, like the ND8 or the ND16 or the ND32, whatever it is. So for them one works, and they use that for the rest of their life. But according to me, I use, depending on the scene, depending on the light, that's what I use, and depending on the ISO that I've set in my camera, so I use that ND. Now I'm using it because with the same settings what I use with the ND filters, or without ND filters whenever I'm trying to capture footage at night. So with the same settings, and I've just put on the CPL filter, that's it. So you might be seeing the footage right now, and you might come to a conclusion that how useful it is for you, or how much it is not. If you have one of these in your set as well, I recommend you to try it out and see how it works and how it doesn't. So if you have found this video helpful, you know what to do. By saying that, I will end this video right now.